Hello, my name is Kobe Brown with the North Carolina History Center on the Civil War, Emancipation, and Reconstruction, and you're watching Culinary Civil War Tales, a series focused on bringing to life the history of Civil War era cuisine. Today we're making chicory root coffee, which was introduced as one of the many coffee substitutes during the Civil War due to restraints on imports. Typically the North had more access to traditional coffee, while the South was more likely to make use of coffee substitutes due to naval blockades that made it extremely difficult and expensive to source genuine coffee. Methods of making coffee substitutes became popular out of necessity rather than as a preferred option. Other options for coffee substitutes including using diverse and unique ingredients such as okra seeds, sweet potatoes, beets, acorns, and even cornmeal, to name a few. Okay, so today you'll need a coffee pot, a coffee grinder, some raw chicory root, some cheesecloth, some twine to tie our cheesecloth, and of course, some coffee mugs. All right, so now we are ready to bake our chicory root, remember for 350 degrees until it reaches a brownish color. So I'm gonna go ahead and take our baking sheet and transfer our washed chicory root onto this sheet. Now you want to evenly space it out, make sure it's spread throughout the entire baking sheet, just like this. All right, so now we're going to preheat our oven at 350 degrees. All right, so the oven is now ready, so it's time to place our chicory root into the oven. All right, everybody, after periodically checking our chicory root, I believe it's ready. It reached a really nice brownish color and it smells absolutely amazing. So I think it's time to take it out of the oven. And I can't wait to show you all what it looks like. And take a look at this. It smells absolutely amazing. It has reached that brownish color. And again, it sort of smells like chocolate. I'm actually really impressed by this. Haven't tried it before, but I can't wait to try it. Now that our chicory root pieces have cooled down to a more manageable temperature, I'm gonna go ahead and break them apart into smaller pieces like this so they can get ready for our coffee grinder that we have prepared. Perfect. All right, now that we have our chicory root slices into a more manageable size, I think it's time to go ahead and start grinding. So I'm gonna take a handful of chicory root and place it inside the grinder. We wanna make sure it's filled as best as possible. All right, I think that's good enough. And let's go ahead and start grinding. Here's the fun part. There we go. This is a good workout right here. All right, I think we're at a good stopping point. Let's go ahead and take a look at the door. Let's open the door and see. Wow, there we go. There's our crushed chicory root. Let's go ahead and place this into our bowl we have prepared right here. Let's go ahead and continue. Place the door back inside, make sure it's shut. Let's go ahead and add some more chicory root into the grinder while we continue this process. All right, let's start back up again. All right, let's take a look and open the door. Again, we have some nice chicory root dust right here. Let's go ahead and move our bowl closer. and add this in here. Perfect. And add it back in here. All right, everyone, I believe we are at a good stopping point in regards to grinding our chicory root, and take a look at that. Nice and grounded up. Still some larger pieces, but you know what? That was a fact of life back then. Of course, at the time, they didn't have a modern electric coffee grinders, so this was a fact of life that they would have to deal with. Again, nothing was perfect back then, especially in a war zone. Now we are ready to prepare our cheesecloth, so we can go ahead and start brewing our coffee. First, what we want to do is we want to grab a piece of twine, make sure our twine is ready. We're going to need this to sort of tie our cheesecloth into a knot. There we go. We're going to go ahead and spread out our cheesecloth, just like this. Make sure it's flat, ready to go. And now we're going to go ahead and add our chicory root. We're going to use about half. A little bit more. Just a little bit more. Perfect. I think that's good enough. Wait, just a little bit more. There we go. We're going to go ahead and wrap this up. We're going to go ahead and tie this together. All right, everyone, our cheesecloth is now ready. We're going to go ahead and put it into our coffee pot, which already has some water in it. And we're going to go ahead and put it inside and place it on the stove for a couple of minutes until it starts boiling. All right, everybody, our coffee pot is now ready, so let's go ahead and take it off of the stove. Excellent. I could already smell it. It smells absolutely amazing, and I could already see the steam coming out of it. Perfect. I can't wait to try it. So now here comes the really fun part. Let's go ahead and take a try. But before that, I want to show the camera the contents of the pot. Let's go and take a look inside. You can see the chicory root is brewed into the water, and it sort of has developed a nice dark brownish color. Sort of almost kind of reminds me of oolong tea. If you ever tried oolong tea, it sort of reminds me of that. Look at that. Beautiful. It smells great. So I'm going to go ahead and pour a cup for myself. Look at that. Beautiful. And let's go ahead and pour a cup for the man behind the camera who makes everything possible. There we go. And now I'm going to give you all my honest take on chicory root coffee, pure chicory root coffee. Let's go ahead and take a taste. 1, 2, 3. Has a very rich, well, I wouldn't say rich, a very earthy, almost nutty flavor. It's kind of coincidence I just mentioned oolong tea. It tastes very similar to oolong tea, or almost like barley tea. Have you ever had barley tea? It's not bad, actually. It's very nutty, earthy, herbal flavor. I'm impressed, actually. It's not bad. I could see how this could kind of get people by back then during tough times when regular, genuine, traditional coffee wasn't available. Wow. Now that was delicious. Thank you so much for tagging along with us today. We hope you enjoyed this episode on chicory coffee and learning about the great lengths that Civil War soldiers went to drink a beverage that we take for granted every day. We greatly appreciate your support. Be sure to hit that like and subscribe button for more content just like this from the North Carolina History Center on the Civil War, Emancipation, and Reconstruction. And we'll see you next time on this Culinary Civil War Tales. Thank you.